Hey guys, hope things are going well for you. You can see that I am my usual neat self here on my old desk. Been working mostly on non-modeling stuff the last couple days, though I have managed to start one of the buildings that I bought from Broken Egg Games / Tabletop Miniatures. I can't remember the name. I'll put them in the link again. This is a pretty fun model to paint. I've still got to do a lot of the interior. I made a pen in it because this roof slides a little bit. None of the others really slide that much, so this is just for this one. But I think it did a pretty good job of painting the stonework. Couple different shades of gray with a couple white and brown stones really made it look just made it look more interesting with a dry brush of Deneb stone. Still got to do the shingles. I let the 5-year-old pick what color I'm going to do the shingles, and they will be red because that is his favorite color. And so I'm going to have to find a decently dark red. I don't know, I've got plenty of them. Thanks to I even have the, maybe they may end up Minoth red. Never know, you never know. But the windows, they look decent from a distance, but if you get up close you can see it's just 3 different colors of blue painted on them. Gonna have to go over the bars on this. And one thing that, you know, I try not to think about while I'm painting this is that how can this guy afford glass in his windows without being able to afford to get all his shingles replaced? And so that's just a question I'm not going to ask myself. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's really nice. The interior, I'm just going to paint the floor wood colored, and then paint this kind of a beige plaster, maybe off-white, just for interior work. And then definitely going to have to do a dull coat on this to keep it from chipping, just because, you know, it's resin and it'll need all the protection it can get. But, you know, overall this is a really neat little thing. There's lots of detail on here. Like, there's metal work that'll have to be picked out on the door. You can see there's a sack of taters or something here on the front, and just another sack, a bucket of water, which I'll have to paint in, broken wagon wheel, just all the sorts of things you would find. You know, a broom head with no broom handle. You know, and the beams on the interior, the wooden cross beams on the thing, just the off-kilter stonework makes it look so nice, and it gives it a real good surface for dry brushing, and just really nice. And then of course I'm gonna have to do the edge. I think for the other, especially the blacksmith shop, I'm gonna have to go get some like Formica or wooden base to put it onto, just because it'll be a little bit smoother that way, look cooler, and add some gravel and sand. This one I thought about putting it on something and doing that. But overall, you know, it's been kind of fun. It hasn't taken that long, maybe about 2 hours of painting to get all this done, and a lot of it was just making sure I didn't get, you know, after I did the stonework first, and then started doing the woodwork, and I made sure that I didn't get any of the wood coloring onto the stone. I'm going to have to come over this with a lighter wood color. Probably going to use cork brown, because what I used was cork and where is that? German camo black brown for Vallejo model color lines, and so that way I can mix a lighter color of these two and kind of dry brush it over, just kind of overbrush onto the wood to give it a worn look, and not just have it be like doo-doo brown. But, you know, overall, you know, it's fun. I'm debating whether to do another one of these as my next model. I've really been feeling the call to finish this model, which is Gregor Eisenhorn from the Inquisitor 54mm line, just because it's been sitting on my desk for so long, and what's been holding me up is pinning the 2 lower legs together, because it's kind of just flat metal there. It's got an awkward connection, and then this back piece has to be flush with itself while the feet stand on the ground nice and even. And then I'm going to have to drill into the top of this to get the torso onto it, and it's just going to be exciting. So yeah, but that was going to be so much drilling and drill work that it was going to be tedious until I got my little hand drill the other month, which makes it so much easier to drill out these little holes. Yeah, because I don't have to sit and twist and twist and twist to get the right sizing. But yeah, so that I think Gregor will be my next attempt. I do have to work a little quickly, mainly because the summer is coming here, and summer in the southeastern United States is not a good time to prime models because of the humidity. And I mean, right now it's not a good time to prime because of all the pollen, but that's a completely different problem. But anyway, I hope you guys are having fun. I've rambled on for quite enough now, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Adios.